You will recall that several public pronouncements and declarations have been made by no less than the Prime Minister and the Minister of Immigration. Certainly by virtue of their office, they would have had first-hand knowledge, and indeed in the House of Representatives on the 27th of September of last year, the Prime Minister in fact explained in some detail Mr. Penner's involvement and role with respect to firstly the Belizean nationality. He indicated that in fact that Penner admitted that he in fact signed the Belizean nationality certificate on the 9th of September. It was somehow mysteriously backdated. Minister Godwin Holtz, in an interview that he did with you, a very extensive interview, I think it was on the 2nd of October, he explained that the Immigration Department had received information from the Taiwanese authorities with respect to whether the citizen Kim would have been in prison at the time the passport and the nationality certificate would have been signed, so that those persons certainly would have information and have credible information that can be provided to the police. As you may know, if a citizen admits something to another citizen, that is evidence that could be used against him. The difference or a difference occurs if that citizen were to have admitted or made a confession to a person in authority, which would be regarded like a police officer. So that if I were to have committed an offense that I confided in you, Jules, nothing debars you from giving a statement to the police, and the police can use that in the prosecution of me for the commission of that offense. In addition, Penner himself, he actually sent out an email which he later on confirmed was sent by him, in which he detailed as well his role in taking and going along with some individual who at the time he thought was Kim, but later on he realized that this person was masquerading and pretending to be Kim. Very simple. Him admitting that he would have committed the offense, an offense under the Passport Act, Section 318 in particular. And if I may, I could just read that very quickly. That section of the Passport Act states that every person who, in respect of every passport, without having actual knowledge of the applicant for a passport, makes any declaration verifying the declaration of such applicant or vouching the fitness of such applicant to receive a passport, or makes any such declaration merely on information obtained from the applicant or from any other person, commits an offense. You don't have to be a lawyer, you don't even have to have been a first-year law student to realize from the factual matrix that have been playing out in the media, as well as what Penner says in his email, that he would have signed the declaration without confirming for himself that the person who is signing and vouching for is in fact the citizen Kim. I mean, in fact, he so says in his email that he thought that it was citizen Kim, but it was someone else. So clearly he would not have, he would have signed that declaration, and without him being able to, without him being able to verify for himself that the true identity of that person. That is an offense under the Passport Act. And I think it's a very straightforward offense, it's a strict liability, and the drafters of the legislation clearly, when they so did, they would have had in mind the fact that persons clearly who do such a thing, they in addition to committing a criminal offense, but they certainly, as now come to light, they bastardize our Belizean patrimony. And that is something I think that all Belizeans have, since this matter came to light, has been peeved about, has been upset about, has been angry about, and has been urging the authorities through various medium to do something. It's not as though the Belizean public are on a witch hunt with respect to Penner or the persecution of Penner, but they just simply wish to see that the rule of law is applied, as is the case that the criminal law is applied every day to persons who may not have the connection and may not be in a high standing as Elvin Penner.